What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another Fallout discussion video that I've been wanting to do with you guys for quite a while. This time I'm actually going to be talking about what I would like to see from Bethesda and Fallout in 2022. Now, like most of you guys know, since 2020 we really haven't gotten anything to do with Fallout. In fact, the only thing we got in 2021 was like a 3-hour Brotherhood of Steel quest. We got... It's pretty bad when I have to think about what we got. Like a 3-hour Brotherhood of Steel quest. I think they removed Nuclear Winter, which I can't even imagine how many hours they put in that. They added some more private world stuff, which you have to pay for. And that's about it. They added a couple more things that no one really cares about. And they basically took a whole year off Fallout. So you would think, hold on a second, 2022's got to be huge for Fallout, right? Well, no. In fact, we don't have anything. We don't have really anything announced. The only thing we've got announced is apparently in March, which is still like 3 months away. We've got a Alien DLC coming, which is just basically a quest which is going to be there for 3 weeks, a limited time quest where aliens are going to come down and you're going to have to shoot them and stop them from getting data on West Virginia. It does sound pretty fun, but it's probably going to be enjoyable for about 3 days, and everyone's going to not care about it anymore, and all that time working on it will have been for absolutely nothing. So, my real question is, from then on, what is going to come? Well, the other thing we know, which is coming, actually happens to be the Pitt DLC for Fallout 76. And basically what the Pitt DLC is, for those of you who don't know, is this new thing that they're adding called Expeditions, which is going to allow you to basically travel from West Virginia to a place in America. And the first place they're letting us go to is Pittsburgh. Basically, we're going to be getting to see Pittsburgh, the Pitt, about, I don't even know, like a big amount of time. I can't even remember like how long Fallout 76 takes place before Fallout 3. I think it's about 100 years or something like that. So basically, we actually get to see the Pitt 100 years before the story we get in Fallout 3. We get to see that 100 years before that story. We get to see how the Pitt started, this and that. Like, probably before all the raiders have taken over it and done this and that. You know, in Fallout 76, there have been actually a lot of settlers talk about how they've left the Pitt because I think raiders and that have taken over. So we're probably going to get a lot of story content to do with that. There were a lot of rumors that actually are saying that the Pitt is going to be a pretty short quest line. And I'm going to give a middle finger to any of those rumors because they've been working on this for about over a year now. So considering they worked on, like, I'm pretty sure Far Harbor for less than a year, and that thing is one of the best and biggest Fallout DLCs ever, you'd think that this Pitt DLC they'd been working on for probably over a year would have to be pretty big. After all, it got announced in April, I believe, at the last E3, which means that they will have had over a year since they announced it, and I'm sure they've worked on a lot more of that before, of course, that announcement came. So it's probably going to be in development for over a year and a half, I'm assuming. And again, there's rumors that it's going to be coming out later in the year, within like, you know, August or September, which means it could be even longer than a year and a half. So this thing has to be pretty big, unless maybe they release it and announce another expedition to somewhere else. Apparently it's going to be pretty cool because you actually can't just straight away go there. You need to progress through somewhat of the story. There's a lot of rumors that the Settlers faction and the Raiders faction are going to be pretty big in it. Of course, the Settlers faction, a lot of those settlers came from Pittsburgh, so that might have something to do with it. And of course, maybe, you know, the settlers will task you to try and, you know, free some of the settlers who are still at the Pit or something like that. And maybe the raiders will task you to maybe go and enslave more settlers at the Pit. That could be actually a really, really good thing and could matter really big on what settlement you actually sided with in Fallout 76. And I think that would actually be genuinely really, really cool. And I might make a separate video on it just to talk about my expectations with it and what I expect to see from the Pit. So I think that would actually be pretty cool as well. Now, the other thing is, other than that, we really have no confirmed content, and if they announced the Pit in April of 2021, I would imagine they would have been working on it for about 5 months or so. So let's say, we'll just say January 2021, they have been working on this, right? If this releases in September, then it will have been over a year and a half that they had been working on this. So about, possibly 1 year and 7 months. So realistically, that is crazy that it will have been over a year and a half working on this DLC. Which makes me think that at E3, we're going to be getting a lot of announcements, because I can't imagine, I would think that in that year and a half, they will have worked on a lot more stuff other than just the Pit. And if the rumors are that the Pit is not exactly, the biggest DLC out there, or is not as big as Wastelanders, which I believe they created in a year and a half, and this has been more than a year and a half, makes me think that, well, if it's not as big, then there has to be a lot of stuff coming as well, right? And that would be the obvious thing. But considering Bethesda have been really slow at updating Fallout stuff, I don't necessarily know that there is. One really, really easy thing to get a lot of Fallout fans excited, that is already made, that is already there, that they could just release, is Fallout Shelter Online, which, is it going to come in 2022? I bloody hope so, because we have had nothing really to do with Fallout in quite a while. Fallout Shelter Online, for those of you who don't know, is a Fallout Shelter sequel, and it's not really too much like the original, although it does have the same layout, graphics, this and that. It just got, there's a lot of different details in it, and there's a lot more questing and stuff to do in it. It actually focuses more on stuff out of the vault rather than stuff in the vault. Basically, what this is actually, again, a sequel to Fallout Shelter, but it's an Asian exclusive. Originally, it was a Chinese exclusive, then I believe it got branched out to different countries, like I think Japan, Indonesia, etc. Which makes me think that if they really, really wanted to, they could just change all the dialogue and stuff in this game to English, and that would take them less than a month, most likely, and just release the game and get hundreds of millions of hours, most likely, of playtime for Fallout players. And I would assume would be a lot of money coming Bethesda's way, especially with microtransactions, right? That would be a thing they can do in literally less than a month. The game is made, the game is there. Why not release it? I don't understand. That's something that should come in 2022. Will it? I'm not too sure. The other thing that could come in 2022, which I don't think it is, just based on the fact that they wouldn't want to release this because it would take attention from Starfield, is actually a Fallout 4 Remastered. Now, we know that the Creation Club has been battling a huge lawsuit where basically they can't release any Creation Club content because the lawsuit does state that Bethesda promised anyone who bought the Season Pass would get free DLC from there on. But when the Creation Club came out, no one who bought the Season Pass got the free mini DLC or mod-sized adventures that the Creation Club was, meaning that people argued that, hold on a second, I should be getting this content, but I haven't. And then that's how Bethesda are kind of getting sued from there on. The other thing that is kind of being tossed around there is, well, what if it has been settled out, but they're going to be releasing, Fallout 4 Remastered with updated graphics and new Creation Club content, this and that, bigger mod size, that you can download. I think it's about 2 gigabytes right now of mods you can download. They could make it like 5. I think that would make a lot of sense, to be honest. And again, they could just do a very similar thing to what Bethesda did, where they just recently remastered Skyrim again and released it for next-gen consoles, added some Creation Club content. I think they boosted the mod size to about 5 gigabyte instead of 2 gigabyte now. And again, added a new free fishing DLC or something like that. And I think updated graphics. Bethesda could do everything and more with Fallout 4. But I don't think that's going to be coming this year, just based on the fact that, again, that would take spotlight away from Starfield, which is coming out at the end of the year. And they definitely don't want to do that. It's the last thing they want to do. So I honestly believe this could be a 2023 thing. One thing, though, we do have confirmed coming to Fallout in 2022 actually happens to be a Fallout TV show, which is being made by Amazon, I believe. And the creators of Westworld, which I've never seen, but that's there. They actually released a trailer for it, which will probably play now. Again, the trailer is really nothing. It's just a little teaser trailer that someone made on a computer in a minute that got leaked. And I think Bethesda just decided, well, this is a teaser trailer. People know it's out now, whatever. That show could look very good. No one knows who's in it yet. We really don't know much. I'm actually kind of hoping Liam Neeson could actually make an appearance. After all, Liam Neeson was a very big character in Fallout 3, where he played the father. Again, I don't think they will make it anything to do with the Fallout 3 story, but it would almost be cool if he played James from Fallout 3. Just maybe a little cameo or anything, I think would actually be a really, really nice thing, and I think a lot of people would like it. And hey, I think Liam Neeson would do it. Like, if it doesn't take much time out of his day to make a cameo, why not? And if he gets a big role in the show, I couldn't see why he wouldn't do it. Fallout 3, even though it wasn't one of Liam Neeson's biggest roles, it's one of his most beloved. So, hey, could be something that definitely does eventually come. So confirmed things we know that are coming this year are really not much. We know that an Alien DLC is coming out in March. I believe that's the date. We know that the Pitt should be coming out this year. Some people are saying around September. But hey, rumors has it could be pushed back to 2023, which would be so funny, meaning that we could have another year of like no updates to Fallout 76, 2 years in a row, and they expect people to come back to this game. I don't think so. That's why I think the Pitt will come out this year, just based on the fact that 2 years with like 1 3-hour story and an Alien DLC is not going to get people into Fallout 76. In fact, that's almost going to kill your game if it isn't dead already, which I know a lot of people still play it, and a lot of new players come in every now and then. Then you got the TV show, which is confirmed. It is there. Hopefully it comes out this year as well. Not confirmed. Could come out early 2023. But yeah, in terms of what it is confirmed this year, though, we look at some other stuff, and Starfield is coming out this year. I think that's the big one. I believe that is an Xbox Series X/S and PC exclusive, so don't expect it on the PS4. It is, or PS5. It is not coming. I don't think so, at least, considering they were just bought by Xbox. It looks like Starfield will permanently be an Xbox exclusive, which is really, really interesting to me. So don't hold your breath for that at all, because again, that is going to be a Xbox exclusive, and I hope to dear God it's on Steam straight away. I hope it's not a Bethesda software, Bethesda launcher exclusive. That would suck. We know how many issues there was with Fallout 76 on Bethesda launcher, so hopefully that's a Steam thing. And again, the TV show could come out, but also another thing to touch on which I don't think is coming out, but Indiana Jones. That's actually really, really cool. I love Indiana Jones, one of my favorite all-time things. So, hey, I don't think Harrison Ford is voice acting him. I think it's going to be a completely new Indiana Jones, which is good because Harrison Ford will, I think, make his last appearance in Indiana Jones 5. And I don't think he's going to be wanting to voice act him in the video game. I just don't think like that. And plus, video games tend to be better when they're not based off the movie and are based more on its own origin story. Just I guess just its own original story, right? So I think that's a better thing, just to have it far from Harrison Ford. I love Harrison Ford, but I think that they should drift away from him and have a new Indiana Jones for the game. That's just my personal opinion. Very excited for Indiana Jones 5, but again, the game is being made by Bethesda. Todd Howard is executive producing an Indiana Jones game, which is really cool. Will it come out in 2023? Not at all. I don't think it will be announced. I don't think it will come out until like end of 2023, maybe. It's not going to come out in 2022. Could be an early 2024 thing. I'm not exactly too sure, but again, thought I'd touch on that too, because yeah, a lot of people are still confused on that. Maybe we'll get some information about that very soon as well. But of course, I think that's all we're going to talk about for today. Let me know if I missed anything down below in the comment section. Do you guys think we'll get some Fallout content this year? What is confirmed, what is not? Another thing to touch on is, I guess, pets could be coming this year, but they've been saying that for 20 years. Mods as well, again, they've been saying that for 20 years. Could be the big thing they announced at E3. But definitely let me know your thoughts and opinions on this, down below. Are you guys excited for Fallout this year? Do you think we'll just have another year of like nothing, similar to last year? Let me know down below. Subscribe to the channel for the latest Fallout content and news. Go subscribe to my sports channel, my IRL/long channel. Links for them will be in the description down below. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.